And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. And as you can see, we have a lovely guest with us today. I haven't had her on the show for quite a long time. Is Tamalyn Taylor. And Ms. Taylor is from the Nye Communities Coalition. And I spent a few years there, a couple of years there as AmeriCorps also. So those were wonderful years. And that's where I met Tamalyn at the time. So you are doing a program right now. It's a free online class starting April 2nd. It's called Eating Smart and Being Active, which I should be doing more of both of those things. So if you would, could you tell us a little bit more about that, Tamalyn?
Okay. Eating Smart, Being Active. It's a 8-week class. And we spend about an hour and a half each week, and we go over different ideas around eating more healthy. So we start with what they call the My Plate, and it's a model of healthy eating, and we expand from there. So it's very individualized according to who's in the class. So if I have somebody that's wanting to adjust their diet because they have diabetes, we can cover things around that. But we go through the basic food groups and explain how you can get more of the good food in the diet. Because what's happening is most Americans, they're not getting enough fruits and vegetables. So first of all, we try to increase that. And then the second thing is they're eating too many highly processed foods. So we figure out ways to start eliminating that and moving in more and more good stuff. So like I say, each class is a little different according to who is in the class. And it was so much fun when we were doing it face to face. But this next class coming up will be on Zoom. So whoever attends needs to understand that. But we still have a lot of fun. So like even the last class, we often do like a potluck. So we'll all cook a recipe together. And each class will have recipe ideas as well.
So the plate that you speak of, I think I remember it as originally the pyramid from the United States Department of Agriculture. That's the same.
Right. That's changed quite a bit now. We've been going with My Plate for a while, and it's more like a picture of a plate, and it has the different colors on it. And it will show you, for instance, half the plate should be fruits and vegetables. And then it'll have like your grains, your proteins, and then a little circle with dairy up in the top. So that's what we've been using for the last few years. And yeah.
It's been proven the people that live in the northern central states in the United States, most of their food is more of a grayish color. Down in the southern portion, it's the more colorful colors that they should be eating. So there are issues with the where you live also.
Right. And just access to good food. I mean, we are fortunate we do have some good grocery stores out here, but we don't have the huge farmers markets like you might find in California. We have a small farmers market. So it is a little tricky getting the good fruits and vegetables when they're fresh. I noticed living in Pahrump versus a bigger city like Vegas.
Yes, so that's by the way, the farmers market is every Saturday.
That's correct.
From about 7:30, 8 o'clock till around 11 or 11:30.
Right, they're meeting at the Tractor Supply store parking lot.
Right. So they have a lot of goodies and cakes and wait a minute, that's not good stuff. But anyway, they're homemade, and so there's less of the bad things in there. It's more natural.
Also, another part of this Eating Smart class is the being active part. So we do talk a little bit about how to increase your physical activity throughout the day. And then the last half hour of the hour and a half class, we actually do some exercises together, on Zoom. So.
Now you do know when you get older, you're not there yet. There's a senior nap that comes in there too. For long.
Yeah. And actually, since I work mostly with seniors, my classes that I do are gentle exercise. It's not like we're running on a treadmill or anything. They're pretty gentle.
Yes, that's right. So it says we discuss ways to save money while shopping. So how do you do that while you're shopping? Do you talk about buying in bulk and buying with a group? Because I've learned that in the past also. If you have a few people that are buying the same thing, besides toilet paper, but different types of meats and vegetables and stuff, you get a better deal if you buy in larger quantities.
Right. We just go through all the different strategies of how to save money, like making sure you're aware of the sales, for instance, using coupons. And it's different now as far as the pickup now at grocery stores. So sometimes we'll talk about the newer services that the stores are offering.
Do you see that as a bonus, or is that a detriment?
I think it's been really a nice option for some of the people that say don't want to be in the store, and just less interaction with crowds of people, for sure. The coalition also has another neat program where they're able to do some shopping for the folks, and this is related to seniors and the community health workers that we have. So they can sometimes deliver groceries and things like that, or pick up, say, food from a food pantry and deliver it to a home if a senior's there. So you never know. There's so many grants going on at the coalition that sometimes there's services that come and go. But,
So you do something like that at the coalition? I was unaware of that. Anybody in particular that we can call, or no?
Well, Madeline is in charge of it. And for right now, we're just taking a waiting list because it was so popular. We used up the grant money. But I have heard that you can still get food delivered from the pantry. And the idea was that so that the person didn't have to make so many outside trips if they were trying to avoid crowds, through the COVID period.
Right. I know you've been working at home a lot. There's a lot
Right.
at the coalition. So you at home now, or no, you're at work?
I'm at work now. We have the flexibility to work out of our home or in the office. I do both. So when I do my yoga class, for instance, I do that from my home, and it's easier to do on Zoom from my home. And I teach a yoga class at 3:00 on Mondays and a Qigong class on Thursdays at 11 a.m. And those are open to the public. They're free.
You had some flyers or something?
Yeah, let's see if I can share my screen and we'll get to a flyer.
Otherwise, I can do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Well, I don't see it. I just see the Eating Smart flyer up there. So,
all right, let's see, what comes first? The gentle yoga or the
general yoga, like I say, that's every Monday at 3:00. Okay. And it's basically the same students that were coming to class when I had it in person at the coalition. But now we're able to do it so that people can be at their home and just tune into a Zoom class. And it's an hour long. We have, warm-ups, and then we do the sort of traditional standing yoga postures. And then some of them are done seated as well. And of course, at the end, we do our relaxation pose where we're just on our back, breathing, and all that. So it's a traditional yoga class, but it's more gentle in the sense that most of my students are 60 and over. And then the Qigong class, now that's more similar to like Tai Chi. So it's a Chinese tradition, and Qigong means energy exercise. So these are generally done standing, and they're slow flowing movements. A lot of it's to do with opening up the joints. So there's like joint rotation exercises we do. We do some postures that, again, kind of look like Tai Chi, slow choreographed movements. And it's, I would say, kind of like a moving meditation. So again, it's a very gentle class. Anybody's welcome. And that is Thursdays at 11 a.m. And again, it's an hour-long class.
And you have maybe a dozen or half a dozen people in those, or?
Yeah, I generally get about 6 to 8 people showing up. Mhm.
That's usually the over 65 group.
Yeah, and again, it's all ages, I would say 18 and above, but it just sort of tends to be the older groups that are coming to the class. So 60 and above seems to be very popular age group in this one.
So let's talk about how we started the program with the Eating Smart Being Active. The dates are going to be from April 2nd to May 21st. The time is 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The meeting place is on Zoom. And how do you get your ID?
It's best to email me. So that would be my name, which is spelled TAMALYN at nicc.org. And then that way I can email you all of the materials and things for the class.
And if all else fails, please call the coalition at 775-727-9970, and your extension is 241.
Correct.
So we'll put your email address on the bottom of the screen also, so the folks will have it. So we have a couple of seconds left. And it's wonderful to speak to you again. I haven't seen you.
I know, it's been forever.
Yes, and I know people can see you at Discovery Park as you're walking around there too.
Right.
Yes, so
love to walk that park.
yes, it's lovely. So we're out of time, and I thank you once again, and I thank you folks for watching us, and we'll see you again next week. So thank you.
Okay. Thanks, John.